Hello guys and welcome to episode 12 of my Oldham Athletic Youth Academy career mode, and today is going to be the penultimate episode of season 2. We are currently sitting 11th in the league, and we are going to try and push to see if we can get in the playoffs. I think we're a few points off it now. Well, I think it'll be like 4 from 7th. To be fair, we're only 2 points off the next, like the playoffs. In terms of games to play today, we're going to play 4. We've got 8 away games left, which kind of sums up how we're going to be playing. We're going to be simming the Barrow game, simming Crawley, playing Colchester, playing Doncaster, Scout Report on the first, then we'll sim Salford, play Crewe, sim Cambridge, Scout Report on the first, and then we'll end the episode with a game against Bromley. So guys, for the first game of the episode, it's going to be a sim game against Barrow. This is the team we're going with. Mikulak, Tangai, Riveros, Espinosa, Ramirez, Velasco, Jeffrey Alonga, and then Park, Cho and Rydell across the 3. Every point is crucial at this point in the season, so let's just quick sim and see how we get on in the first game of the episode. And it's a 2-2 draw. Cho and Ma picking up goals, and Harper and Walker for Barrow. Barrow are a couple points ahead of us, so we have done well to get a point there, really, to be honest, because they are above us in the league. But if we want to push up the league towards the end of the season, we need to, start actually getting some wins. And our next game is going to be against Crawley, and I'll come back to that. So guys, this is the team we're going with for the second game against Crawley. Malanga, Bang, Ma across the top, Jeffrey, Velasco, Alonga, and then Ramirez, Karuma, Riveros, Tangai and Mikulak in goal again. Let's hope we can pick up a win against Crawley. We beat them on the first game of the season. Gartner scored 4 goals. But let's quick sim, and it's another 2-2 draw. Velasco with a brace, and Tishmanga and Flower getting a late equaliser there. And we are picking up points, but we're not picking up 3 points per game, which is what we really need to be doing. And our next game of the episode will be a played game against Colchester. We have dropped to 13th in the league now, so we are starting to fall a bit behind. But let's just get into the next game and see how we can play in our first played game. So guys, for the first played game of the episode, this is the team we're going with. There has been a bit of rotation due to fatigue. We've got Mikulak in goal. We've got Sierra, Karuma, Espinosa, Magalas, Velasco, Reyes, Rivas, and then Park, Cho and Rydell across the front 3. Let's just get into this and hope we can come away with 3 points in our first played game of this episode. Here's Reyes. Park's in some space here. He sees the overlap from Reyes. He's going to find a ball into Cho. Cho takes a brilliant touch there, and he hits it onto his left, and it's a good save by Macy. And we could have taken an early lead there. Park's going to just whip this cross in. And Espinosa rises, and Espinosa, it's a brilliant header, and we do take an early lead. It's a brilliant header from Espinosa, and a brilliant cross. And is that his first? I don't remember Espinosa scoring a goal before now, but that's a brilliant headed goal. Let's have a look at this again. The fans are happy about that. Here it is. It's whipped it. Espinosa just gets away from his man, has plenty of time to rise and headers it, and the keeper maybe could have saved that, but we do take an early 1-0 lead. Oh, does well to get down the line here. Karuma can't get there, and it's dinked in the box, and it's Rose, and Samson gets there, and he makes it 1-1. He equalises in the 25th minute. Pretty poor not to win that first header, I think. I think we definitely should have won that. And then it's just headed down, and Samson headers it across the goal, and it's 1-1 after 25 minutes. Brilliant stuff by Colchester here as Lisby finds a ball to Samson. Karuma's going to have to defend this. Oh, it's going to be dinked over, and Sierra's going to get there. No, it's not going to get there. And oh my god, it's put wide, but why did I assume that Sierra was going to get there? I kind of switched off a little bit, and it stays at 1-1, luckily. Rivas finds a ball out wide. Reyes again, finds Cho, dinks it over the top. Park finishes it, but I believe he's offside. And that was a brilliant little dink over from Cho, and it's a brilliant finish from Park, but it is just offside. And unfortunately, it was pretty obviously offside. Yeah, it was a good yard. Lisby's making his way down the line here, and he cuts it back to Hunt. Good challenge by Magalas, and it goes out for a corner. Probably the last bit of action this half. And Awura and Karuma's surely going to get clear that. Rydell's got some space to run into, maybe? Nah, he doesn't. But it goes for half time, 1-1. And we've got plenty to do this game, but I believe we can do it. We have been decent. But let's just get into the second half, and hopefully we can continue. Sierra. Ball to Reyes. Finds a ball to Park. Park finds a ball into Cho, and it's a brilliant low save by Macy, and that could have been a leading goal there. And Reyes is going to swing the cross in, and the keeper's going to come and collect that, and it remains at 1-1 with half an hour left of the game. Jolliffe plays it to Lisby. McGallas, it bounces back to Williams, despite the successful interception, and he's run through and he's put it wide of the post. I thought for sure when that left his foot that was going in. Lisby, brilliant by Perry, he cuts back and he hits it, and it's a good save by McGallas, who puts it behind. With 50 minutes left, Colchester could have taken the lead there, and we're on the back burner a little bit here, and Flanagan headers it in, and it's Uhura, and McGallas has to just knock it out with his feet, and it's another corner for Colchester. And they whip it in, and it's a good header by Flanagan, but it is wide of the post. Brilliant tackle by Reyes. Maybe we have one last chance at the end of the game here, as Reyes finds the ball into Cho, and Cho spots the run at Park, and Park's in some space here. Can he hit it? Park does hit it, and it goes wide of the post, and that was a great chance. Well, it was a bit of a tight angle, to be fair, and that we did have the last chance to win, and unfortunately it goes behind for a goal kick, and this will be the end of the game, and that means 3 draws in 3 games, which is not the ideal record, as long as Caroon wins his header, and he does, and we take a point away from at Colchester, and unfortunately we could have got 3 right at the end there, but we just weren't able to finish the chance. So guys, for the second play game of the episode, we are playing Doncaster, who was our last Youth Academy Career Mode team. This is the team we're going with. We're going Michalak, Tangoy, Riveras, Espinoza, Ramirez, Alonga, Velasco, Jeffrey, and then Park, Cho and Ma across the front 3. Let's just get into it, and hopefully we can take away 3 points, our first 3 points of the episode, as we've got a point in each game. We haven't lost a game, but we also haven't won a game this episode. Finds Alonga, finds Velasco, who finds Cho. Alonga sees over and run from Park. Park, Cho flicks it. He plays it to Velasco, and Velasco makes it 1-0. Velasco could be in with a shout for player of the season, as he's done very well this season, and he's opened up the scoring in this game, and it's a brilliant little flick from Cho that to himself, and then he just lays it off to Velasco, and it's a brilliant little finish by Velasco once again, and it makes it 1-0 12 minutes into the game. There's an overlapping run here from Ma. He's going to cut it on his right foot, and he's going to finesse it, and it's a beautiful finesse, but it's just wide of the post, and that could have been 2. And Cho's just going to hold up the ball. Is he going to be able to play that ball? He does. Brilliantly plays it to Park. That's a brilliant ball there, and Park's just kind of running out of space. He dinks it in, but Velasco might get on the end of this, and he does, and it's a brilliant save by Oldham, and that was a brilliant counter-attack. And Alonga's going to whip this corner in. He does whip it in, and Cho rises, but Peterson headers it away, and Velasco gets it, and he finds a brilliant ball to Espinoza, and Espinoza scores. It's 2-0. That is a long attacking piece of play there, but Espinoza gets his second goal of the episode, and it's a brilliant finish, and it's a brilliant bit of attacking play from us, and we take a 2-0 lead just before the half an hour mark, and we can come away again here as Jeffrey finds the ball to Park. He finds Cho. He's going to hold it on, wait for the run of Park, and he does brilliantly there to play it to Park, who's going to hit it and make it 3 before half time, and we are absolutely dominating Doncaster here. Seo Park with a goal and another assist for Cho this game, and that's unbelievable work, and we have once again dominated a game. 3-0 before half time. Riveros finds a ball into Alonga, finds a brilliant ball to Park. Park's going to find a ball through to Cho just before half time. Can Cho make it 4? He can't. He puts it wide, and we had a chance to go 4-0 up just before half time, and surely the whistle's going to go for half time after this goal kick as Oram boots it up, and Espinoza did very well to rise for that header, but we take a 3-0 lead into half time, and this is brilliant stuff. Brilliant performance up to now. It's some good goals. We've got goals from Espinoza, Velasco and Park, 2 assists for Cho and an assist for Velasco as well. And let's just go into the second half and continue the way we have been in the first half. Gibson, Langer finds Middleton. Middleton's in space and he hits it at Michalak, but Michalak does knock it out for a corner. It's going to be whipped in by Gotts. Surely Jeffrey gets there. He's tall enough, and he does very well to get rid of that. Could we counter attack here as Ma finds a brilliant ball to Cho. Cho's going to have to hold it up. He's just not quick enough to get away there, and he plays the ball to Ma. And Ma's got some time here, and he hits it, and it's a brilliant save by Oram, and we've got another corner here, and it's another, could have been 4 goals. It's crossed in, and it's cleared away by Doncaster. Oh, it's played down the line. Middleton's in some space here. and he dinks it in. And it's a good header, and it's a brilliant save by Michalak. That it was offside, but brilliant save by Michalak, who's been impressive this episode again. Finds the ball outside to Mar. Jeffrey finds the ball to Cho. He's going to play to Alonga, and Alonga's got a chance, and it is 4-0 Alonga with a goal. And another assist for Cho, a hat-trick of assists this game for him. And he's replacing Gartner very well, and we go 4-0 up with 10 minutes left, and surely that is full time. Gott does well there actually. Plays it to Hanlon, and he's going to play it to Middleton, but is Middleton onside? He is, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a 4-0 win. Brilliant performance. That's what we needed this episode, a brilliant performance like that to just take the momentum, carry it forward, and hopefully continue on into future games. I will be back with the next youth report, which will be on the 1st, and then we'll continue with the games this episode. So guys, we have another youth report. Let's have a look at some Colombians first. We don't really seem to have anyone here. We've got Thomas Ars. We've got Perea, not going to be good enough. Pineda, not going to be good enough. And then we've got Franco, who's just definitely not going to be good enough either. So nobody from Colombia as of yet. We've then got Congo. Let's see if we've got another centre-back somewhere. We've got Malik Mbamba, who could be a very good player. He's also tall as well. So yeah, let's promote Mbamba as well. Let's just promote him. These are all going to be released as they're not going to be good enough. And then we've got our final scout report for America. And we might have a good player here, Tristan Thomas. Oh, 58 rated, but he's got a high potential of 94, so we will sign him up. And then we've got Russell Barnes. He's just going to far too young and low rated. And then Fraser, even though he's decent rating, he's just too high rated. His potential isn't high enough. So let's have a look at quickly at the academy and see if we've got anybody in there that can age. We do. We have Mbamba. Oh, well, of course. We've got Mbamba. And then we also have Carvajal, who is in our age as well, who will probably go out on loan next season, but we might play him at some point this season. But yeah, let's just get to the next game, which I believe is a sim game against Salford. So guys, for the next game of the episode, this is the team we are going with. Michalak, Tanguy, Riveros, Mbamba, Ramirez across the back. Mbamba for his debut, Velasco, Parsons, Alonga, and then Park, Bang and Rydell across the front three. Let's just quick sim, and hopefully we can continue our winning form and our unbeaten streak in this episode actually. And it's a 2-2 draw. I don't know what's going on with these sim games. We're drawing them all. Ramirez with a goal and Park with a goal. 2 goals in the middle of each goal for Malcolm and Siri. Not brilliant because we want to pick up 3 points against teams around us, and that's who Salford were. But next game is going to be a played game against Crewe, so let's get to that. So guys, this is the team we're going with in the next game. We've got our normal 11 pretty much, and then we've got Malanga on the left instead of Rydell. And yeah, let's just get into the game, and hopefully we can win this game against Crewe, who are actually second up and bottom, so it should be a win in theory. But let's just get into it and see how we do cope. Tabana plays it wide to Agias. He finds Tanner, and it's an attempted block by Espinosa, and it's a good save by Michalak. And it's going to be a corner kick as Sanders whips it in. Billington tries to get there, and Tanguy heads it clear. Only to Agias though, who finds Billington, and Michalak has to get down low to save that. And it's going to be across another corner. Tabana's going to whip this in. Tanguy should get there, and he does. Espinosa does brilliantly there. He finds Jeffrey, who hits it, and that's a brilliant shot, and it's a brilliant save by Booth. That would have been goal of the season by Jeffrey there. And Alonga's going to take the corner, and he does whip the corner in, and Espinosa's going to try and get there, but he can't. And Velasco can't get there. Finney. Oh, it's a brilliant strike by Crewe. Second to the bottom, and they've just cut back on his left there, Finney, and he hits it in the top corner, and that's a brilliant goal. And unfortunately we go 1-0 down, and it's just not a good start to this game. We're actually close to half time, so it's not even close to the start of the game. But he cuts back there, and he just hits it across goal, and it's a brilliant finish actually, and not much Michalak can do to save that. And we go in 5 minutes left of the half, and we're 1-0 down. But we've still got it here as Jeffrey going to hit it, and he does, and that's a brilliant finish. What is that? That is an unbelievable goal, and it's another beautiful goal for Jeffrey, who earlier in this game nearly scored a scream, and he scored another goal this episode. Not this episode, this season. And what a strike that was. I want to have a quick look at the replay of this because that was unbelievable. He just wins the header of Espinosa, and then Jeffrey just kind of pokes it over the top of the keeper, and we do equalise before half time, which is brilliant. It's going to go into half time level, I believe, unless Crew can get something here, and it's dinked in, and Briggs, the ex-player, chests it down, plays it across, and it's a brilliant save by Mikulak, and Briggs nearly came back to haunt us there. And it's crossed in the box here. Briggs gets there. We can't defend it. Briggs, oh, it's a poor pass, and Park comes away with the ball, and it is half time. Crew 1, Oldham 1. Pretty disappointing. We should be beating these pretty comfortably, I would say. But let's just get in the second half, because that Jeffrey goal is unbelievable. And let's just continue into the second half, and hopefully we can get more goals like that. Yeah, plays the ball along the floor to Tabiner. Good block by Espinosa. And we might have some space to run into now as Jeffrey plays at the head of Park, who's going to obviously be faster than this player. And he finds Cho, who's got some space, and Cho hits it, and it's a good save by Booth. And that was a good counter-attack again. And this time Alonga's going to whip the cross in. And he does. And can Cho rise above them all he can. And it hits off the defender, and it goes up for another corner. And Alonga's going to whip this in again. And Cho's going to try and rise, but it's headed away. Only as far as to Park, who volleys it. And what a save that is. What a screamer of a shot that was by Park. Wow. That was such a good shot, and it was a brilliant save. Oh, we don't even get a replay of that. That's ridiculous. Alonga's going to cross this in, and the keeper's going to catch it. And keeper keeps them in the game there with that save. But it's Agias now on the ball. Sanders picks up the ball. Plays it to March, and March finesses it, and it goes wide of the post. And with half an hour left of the game, we're still 1-1. Alonga. Velasco finds Cho. Cho spots a run of Alonga, who's going to play it through to Park, who hits it, and it's another good save by Booth. Booth is keeping them in this. This is ridiculous. Alonga's going to swing the cross in. Can Cho rise above them all? He can't. Ramirez is just going to carry the ball forward. Ramirez is just going to keep going. Ramirez is going to hit it, and it's a brilliant strike, but Booth saves it. Ramirez was going for his own little wonder goal there, and unfortunately we can't break Booth at the minute. But Alonga crosses in, and he's going to catch it. Booth has kept them in this. But straight to Billington, and it's a brilliant play here by Crew, who could get a late goal here. And it's played through to March, and March, he dinks the keeper. Oh, how has Mikulak not saved that? That is devastating. Josh March scores, and unfortunately we have lost this game against Crew, which is not ideal at all. That's not what we want. Look at Briggs jumping around celebrating. The traitor. I'm only kidding. He was very good at us, and unfortunately, even though we've had so many good chances, Booth has kept them in the game, and they've just managed to get away with stealing a win. And yeah, Mikulak definitely should have saved that. And unfortunately, we lose a game that we definitely should have won as we kick off, and it instantly goes for full time. We do still have one more played game of the episode, and I believe one more simmed game of the episode, and one Youth Academy report. And hopefully we can bring in some players that are going to improve the team. So guys, for our last sim game of the episode, we're playing at home to Cambridge. The team is pretty much a standard team, except we have not got Ramirez at left back because he's actually on international duty. He's playing for Mexico already, which is just brilliant stuff. And let's quick sim, and hopefully we can pick up another win this episode. We do only have the one win, and we do. Parsons and Park with goals, Loft with a goal as well, and that's a brilliant thing. And we've got one more game left to play this episode, and hopefully we can pick up another 3 points and see where that puts us in the league. And let's just go into that. I think we have a Youth Academy report first, and then we'll go into that. So guys, we have some final scout reports. Let's have a look in Colombia, who we haven't. Yep, nobody at all we're going to get from Colombia. The potentials are just too low. At this point, I'm only looking for people with potential 90 plus, and none of them have 90 plus potential. Go to Congo. There's 2 players here, both 14 years of age, which is why I'm probably not going to sign either of them because they're just too young. Yeah, not going to sign either of them. We've got Lower, who's 80 rated potential. None of these players are going to be signed up at all because the potential are too low. And United States, let's have a look. Jeremy Edwards could potentially be good enough. Bishop's definitely not good enough. Jones, he's a bit low rated, that's the issue. So I think I'm going to leave him. And I think I'm also going to leave Edwards as well, because even though he's a decent rate and his potential bracket was too low. I'm just going to send these scouts back off, and then we'll go into the final game of the episode. So guys, I've decided to go down a little bit of a different route, and we're going to scout in some really obscure countries to see if we can get some good talent in from countries that don't have many talented players in real life. We've got scouting for goalkeepers in Burundi, attacking players in Uzbekistan, and then defenders in Malta. And we will see our first scout report next episode, and hopefully we come back and we maybe get like one or two wonder kids from these countries that could be legends in the future. But let's just go to the last game of the episode, sorry. So guys, this is the team we're going with for the final game of the episode. We've got Rydell, Cho and Park up top. We've got Jeffrey and Cam, Velasco, Thomas, the American centre midfielder, will be starting a game, his debut. Ramirez, Karoma and Riveros. And then Espinoza at right back and Mikulak up top. Let's just get into the game and see how it goes. Kabamba finds Kedar and it's straight at Mikulak, but it's a brilliant early chance. It's a good shot, but caught by Mikulak. Plays the ball to Park. Park finds the ball to Cho, who plays it back to Thomas, who's going to hit it on his debut, and it's a good save by Long. And we nearly got a debut banger there by Thomas. Jeffrey's going to whip this cross in, and the defender's going to get there. And here's Thomas, who knocks it down to Park. Park finds the ball to Ramirez, who's in a lot of space, and he hits it, and it's another good save by Long. And these long shots have been unbelievable this episode. Velasco's going to whip this cross in, and the keeper's going to come for that, and Long catches it. And here's Thompson. Riveros can't get there, and it's a brilliant finish by Kabamba, and it's pretty much their first chance of the game, and they finished it, and it's a brilliant finish, and unfortunately we go 1-0 down. Plays a 1-2 with Park. Jeffrey gets it on his left, and he finesses it, and it goes just wide of the post, and that was a good attempt at an equaliser by Jeffrey, who's had a quite decent episode, to be honest with you. He finds Keda, and Kimura can't quite get there, and it's a good save by Mikulak to keep it at 1-0 just before half time. And Arthurs is going to swing this cross in. Jeffrey should win this header, but Kabamba actually wins it, and that could be half time now after I kick this goal kick. This will go for half time, unless, no, it does go for half time. I thought they were going to win that header there and maybe have a chance at the end of the half, but not quite. And we've got a lot to do in the second half here, but I believe we can pull it back. Spots the run of Rydell, who's going to cut it back to Jeffrey again, who can get away, and he hits it straight along, and Long and just catches that ball. And here come Bromley as Kabamba finds Keda, and it's a brilliant save by Mikulak, but it drops straight back to Keda, and Bromley go 2-0 up, and that's not great. Rydell's going to run into some space here as he plays it to Jeffrey. Jeffrey cuts it back to Cho, who turns and hits it, and we've got one back pretty quickly after the second goal there, and we do have time here in the 70th minute, and Cho with a brilliant finish. And here we go, we might have a counter attack here as Jeffrey plays the ball to Rydell, who I believe is just onside, and Rydell, can he equalise? And it's Rydell, it's a brilliant save by Long, and we do have a good chance from a corner here. Jeffrey's going to whip this in, far too much power on that, and Riveros can't rise, but Jeffrey can. He can't. Ramirez, brilliant interception there, finds Ma to Cho, back to Ma, who's in loads of space here. Can Ma finish this? He doesn't. Long saves it, and keepers have been keeping them in the last two games. We should have got more in the last two games. Parsons is going to swing in this cross, and he does, and Espinoza headers it, and it's gone off the defender, and it goes wide. And we've got one last corner. Park whips it in. Riveros tries to rise, but he can't, and it drops to Thomas, and it's just bouncing around the box here. Parsons finds Cho, and it's a brilliant tackle by Charles, and Bromley will come away with the ball and will come away with all 3 points. A pretty disappointing episode. We will probably be spending the third season in League 2 after that. So guys, to end the episode, let's just have a quick look through our players and see how we're doing. We've got quite a few mid 60 rated players now. Riveros still our highest rated player. Our highest appearance this season is Senjik, and then Riveros in a close second. We've got a longer in there as well. Our top goal scorer is Cho with 17 and 10 assists in 33 games. Very impressive. And then in terms of assists, joined Alonga and Cho. But anyway guys, if you did enjoy that episode, please press like, comment and subscribe, and I will be back with episode 13, which will be the final episode of season 2. Thank you for watching.